coming and joining us tonight, today, to afternoon. Let's start it up. Well, you might have noticed a little bit different, something a little different about Calosa's gear. I finally got around to getting her outfit upgraded so that she's got the cute little red outlines and stuff. I remember people talking about how they thought it looked cute, so I ran like 4 dungeons in a row just to get some of this stuff. I even got the cute little underwear with a red thing. The only thing I didn't get was the shoes, because the shoes just make the little little wind up thing a little red, and that's it. It's not a huge deal. But there we go. So we got her stuff done. There we go. This is Calosa Whispersong, and I figured she was probably here talking with a friend like Rian. You know, talking about just the rules of him being able to go into fights now. Calosa's beginning to understand that he is slightly capable of not immediately dying. So, good to know that she can trust him. Oh, and I got a little circlet, I forgot to mention. I thought the circlet was okay, so we're keeping it, doing it live. So anyway, the big thing we're going to be working on today is binding coils of Bahamut. It says the 1 coil, but there are technically 3, because of course there's 3. Good things always come in 3s. Ripped from the heavens by the nefarious designs of Nail Van Darnus, the false moon Dalamud hurtled into Vilbrand, its shattering impact forming a network of labyrinthine caverns beneath the surface. Braving dangers untold, the warrior of light plumbs the subterranean depths, that the truth behind the 7th umbral calamity might be unearthed. There's a secret truth? I mean, if you remember, we don't know what happened. It was just, we disappeared and then appeared 5 years later, and everyone admitted that they don't even remember how Bahamut was stopped, how they, ended up not dying. So it's time to learn the secrets and learn these things together. Also, I just ended up on top of the chair. Good job. Alright, let's head on out. Actually, we are going to Thanalanalalan, pray return to the waking sands. It's never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. We're always going to go to the waking sands. Shoop. Come on, Maggie, let's go! Hey, we can fly now. It's a lot faster to just fly. I just started looking at the stars. There are actual constellations. See, that's a constellation right there. You learn about it a lot with if you do the astrologian quests. They talk about them. Woo. Alright, Waking Sands time. Laugh, Swiss, rattle. All of our new friends. Yo, Urianje, you got some, I heard you had some things for me to talk about. What's the haps? Wait a minute. That looks a lot like Alphino, but something's fishy. When the Cenary moon did wane, there sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had roused, the portents gave us to believe, one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand 3 primals have since been vanquished. And as each returned to the ether, 'twas observed that tremors foreshadowing this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did rise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is true of heart and steadfast of resolve. I wonder who that could be. She would solicit thine aid, if thou art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, this maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent that thou shouldst assist her howsoever thou mayest. As soon as thou art able, hie thee to Wineport, where thy petitioner doth await thee even now. Thou shalt for a certainty find her visage strikingly familiar. Someone that sounds familiar? I mean, if she's of our order, I probably would know her. But he doesn't name her. Like, just say she's Y'shtola or something. I don't know. That's Urianger. He's always like, woo, secrets. Wineport. Woo, secret. Whoa. Oh, what the? Hey, it's Alphino. Wait a minute. This isn't Alphino. She's got a red ribbon. This is Aloisoix. I haven't seen you in like ever. I haven't seen you since the like ceremonies. It has been a while, adventurer. As I recall, my brother Alphino took the liberty of introducing us when we first and last met. But for the sake of propriety, Aloisoix Levieur, I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By our hand the Black Wolf is slain and his ultima weapon destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage, that much is plain. I shall have need of one such as you if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you may be aware, the violence of Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the etheric current, creating vast confluences of ether below the surface. If you guys remember, I mentioned Kurthus is in a, eternal winter now, and that's part of the reason. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath Castrum Occidens and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Occidens is as much a research facility as it is a fortress. Gaius van Baelsar chose this site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. Wow, Gaius, I didn't know you were into that. Good thing he's dead. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in the ether, corresponding exactly to the dates upon which you reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. Bahamut. That's no good. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed and he vanished, together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Calosa. I mean, if truth be told, I am not wont to rely upon others, and have thus far handled matters alone. Yet I am not blind to my limitations as well. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me as you aided my brother and the Scions. I am in your debt. You are a woman of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. Yes, I am a woman of action. Action of doing nothing, except speaking. Alteron just noticed that his red mage has 69k HP. Everyone, nice! But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, instead of the hit points, let's talk about Castrum Occidens. It straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have a hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Jabroka. You may consider her my assistant here in Wineport. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12, speed your way, Calosa. Alright, let's do this! I love fight your way to Castrum Occidens. Fight, they say. Or, you know, just fly. Technically, this was before flying, so you did have to, like, run through. And these guys are all 49, so you couldn't just walk past them like Calosa can at level 80. Shush. Whee! So you gotta find a place. This is, hey guys, come over here. This is the place where the airship landed, and what was it? The Gaius came out and he was like, whoa, the Eorzea fell one day, and then the big dragon came and fought them, and then the Lake Silvertear came, and now it's the stuff that happened in 1.0. Thank goodness you know it now. And then I'm pretty sure Nero was, yeah, right here. The people were like, what do you think is happening here? And Nero was like, ho 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 ho, you are really a bad guy, you're a spy. And then he went slash, and then the guy died, and that's it. This is the place. We did it. We're here. All right, let's go. Here is an exploratory sight gate. Ooh, level 50, guys. Ooh, I'm scared. Better kill them. There we go. Now they're dead. Can I just go? Let's go! Aww, the game won't let me go there. Huh. Well, that is a big giant hole in the ground. I guess that's the place where Gaius, oh jeez, probed the area. Boop. Let's do this. Well, now we know how to get through to Castrum Occidens. Let's go on. Come on, Jadelin again. There's Jadelin in a little white mage outfit. She's a Healy Chocobo. Just like Calosa. She and Calosa are good friends, and also both of them are Healy people. We're on. Yo, Jabroka! Maybe more like the Rock of Jabroka. Get it? I'm funny. I've been expecting you, Calosa. While you're coming, I take it you have successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castrum Occidens. So that's where it's to be found. Marvelous. Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Jabroka is my name, and it is my honor to serve Lady Alice. Though, for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see. In particular, ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. Oh, okay. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alice of your discovery, that she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castrum Occidens. For my lady's sake, as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well. This is basically saying this stuff is not easy. This stuff is... You can't just go in as like a random group and expect to come out well. It's not fun. It really isn't. Yay! Duty Fighter has been updated with a new regular duty! Finding a Coil of Bahamut, now accessible! So we can just go in as the Binding Coil, as the different turns. And, see, this is where the Binding Coil gets a little awkward? Question mark? So the idea is, so the idea is that because you're you're not expected to go through all of it. And because no one wants to do it, because it's really it's really hard, okay? It really is. Even unsynced, you can still kind of mess up if you're not doing the mechanics right, and you can die. So, what this thing did, in order to, instead of making like a lower level, whatever, they just said, okay, now go back and continue the story as if you had finished it. So, there is a small chance at some point we're gonna do some of the more exciting and interesting runs. But for now, we are going to go on ahead and just watch the cutscenes as they unfold. Hopefully, I heard that Elvie hasn't done this before. I was hoping that at some point, if Elvie can hop on, we can all run this together, the important ones, and you can kind of see how it's done. But for now, I'm gonna hold off on that just a bit, and we're just gonna watch for a bit. Woo! And we're gonna pray return back to the Waking Sands. Because if you're not pray returning, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Oh, Maggie! Whoop. Sorry, Maggie. Just ran you into a tree. You're good. You're good for me, right? There you go. Good girl. Shoo! So here we go. So technically we've already defeated it and destroyed the bosses and blah blah blah. I'm pleased to see you again, Calosa. I've already shared the fruits of our expedition with Eorzea. Let us together ponder their implications. Indeed, but first we have to watch it. You may view the opening cutscene for the Binding Foil of Bahamut before accepting this quest. Let's view the opening cutscenes! Yay! The scars are left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of Aether. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of Aether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold, one of the objects that caused that alteration, a fragment of the lesser moon Dalamud. Wow, so the entire this is just a piece of it. And this is the giant thing, is just a tiny piece of the moon. Ancient Alad created Dalamud, or Meteor, to use the Garlean name, to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, as is evident by the corrupted crystals. Uh-oh. We got Final Fantasy IV's the CPU. Amazing! Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the Alligans. The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I am certain of it. We are bound to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Maybe only Calosa isn't really a good idea at this point. What? Oh wow. So this is after we've defeated that giant CPU, and we've just come in and we've seen God's preserve! Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. These could only belong to Bahamut, the primal who'd laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cartino, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the dreadworm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Whither to? No one knew. Until this day. But I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is it that he retains his physical form? Did Grandfather defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. Let's go. What the? There's someone... Huh? Go on. Let's keep moving. So we've defeated lots of enemies and we've gotten even further down into the coil. This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Thanks, Aloisae. You're sounding a lot like Alphino. Gods, that the cavern should open up again, even at this depth. Ha! This resembles a finger. Ha. Wait. And so it should! This is Bahamut's hand! As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I would count my blessings. But again I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes to the realm, but if he is still here, then that theory no longer holds. Alteron, plot twist, that is Alphino. He's just wearing a different ribbon. He's pretending to be his sister. What was it then that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? Was it... There is still so much we do not know about Cartino. I haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run, but we must continue. And yeah, that hand, that's actually the arena you fight the boss in. It's really cool. This contraption. Oh, so we defeated the enemy there in that giant hand arena and have moved further on and seen this contraption. Is it used to control the saturation of ether? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Can I step back before you just explode it? Yeah, cause see, I'm seeing sparks. Calosa, please back up. The dragon you vanquished earlier. Doubtless you noted the peculiar contraption around its neck. It was likely a receptor of some description, used to enslave the creature. Ugh. Wow. I wonder what would happen if the Ishgardians had that and could just enslave all of the dragons they were trying to kill. Ancient Alec possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Ishgardians would kill for this knowledge. Hey, me too! Eorzea and I, great minds think alike. Though to be sure, it could as easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle, as the Guardians once learned to their sorrow. I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of the Allegans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. Don't worry, we figured that out beforehand, Aloisae. I can tell you all about the Crystal Tower. Calosa's gonna get punked. She is totally gonna get punked. Oh! Here comes the punking! What? Oh. Hey, you got it to work. What is it? Some kind of giant cannon thing? This looks like some anime cannon. What? What the? It's turning on? Huh? What? God speak giant-ass heart! Oh, jeez. In stasis. And that enormous crystal. That's not a heart? That's a crystal? It pulsates as if it were a heart. Oh, okay, so it is a crystal. Okay, sure. We'll leave it up to you. You're the smarty girl. And the primal that had awakened. It was Bahamut this whole time? Yeah, we all assumed it was. You didn't assume? Whatever. No, 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 no! This cannot be true. This would mean that grandfather died for naught! Confound it! We do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw, and perhaps wait a few months before the next patch drops, and then we can fight it again. Mm-hmm. Who is that? No! It can't be! What? There's two people, but one is grandfather! Is it truly you? Could it be Louisoix? Oh, that's no mistaking it. That's Louisoix. But who's the other person with him? Oh. Oh no. The memories are flooding back. Calosa's beginning to remember. No! Grandfather, don't leave me again! Please! Grandfather! I know. We can do no more for now. Yeah, I didn't say anything, but, I mean, walking forward was kind of a good... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go. And yeah, Alteron brings up a point. He is a primal, so, like, he can come back as long as there was more prayers. But... that's the thing. He shouldn't be back because all of his followers are dead because the Alligans murdered them all. It's still a mystery at this point. What this looks like? Hey, it's Northern Thanalan. This is where we fought, like we went to fight the Praetorium, Castra Meridianum. How did we come to be in Northern Thanalan of all places? Oh, his heart was actually a crystal. Okay, I get it. Thanks, Alteron. Calosa's bad. Remember, she's not the thinky lady. Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, Calosa! I can't wait to speak with him again. Maybe he can help me remember. Bahamut did not defeat him! But why won't he return with us? I don't understand. Perhaps he has something to do in there. He has to fight off and keep Bahamut in check. This expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would both be better for a rest. Let us return to the waking sands and reflect upon what has been seen. Well, thank you, Calosa. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Aww, you're welcome, I'll say. Happy to help. Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Eorzea hath apprised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louisoix was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I would not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must to speak with Mistress Eorzea upon that which has transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Indeed. Yo, Eorzea, what's the haps? You got any idea what was happening? Shall we begin then? Eorzea, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us. Aye, my lady, even as thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed, and Mordona was it marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cotonou Flats. Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilburn to the heart of Aldenard. Would seem so, milady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself beneath Cotonou and has since lain dormant, regenerating. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own accounts of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Oh, I forgot to mention, they're talking about Cotonou, but we don't usually call it Cotonou. That's Mordona. The Cotonou Flats was the battleground where we fought and Louisoix, tried to contain Bahamut. And we call it Mordona, but yeah, Cotonou is that area. It's northern Thanalan, Mordona. It's a big, huge chunk of it. Anyway, so there you go. Sorry if you were confused. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the lands of... Oh, I already said that part. Sorry, I was busy thinking about something else. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth awaken to rain ruin upon the land. Leave it to me! Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Calosa. Bahamut may still live, but so too does grandfather. For the past 5 years, he has been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape. Master Louisoix doth yet live? I durst not hope. And thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief. I know how desperate this may sound, Eorzea, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Calosa. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had the chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalamud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen. If we can but find the other 2, I am certain that we will find grandfather as well. If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity. That will not be necessary, Eorzea. Being the great consolator that he is, Alphinaud will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, the endeavor is already well underway. That's main story stuff that we'll get to another time. Then let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Calosa, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea has not passed. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. All right, and hey, Elvie. We would love to have you soon, Elvie. We were just mentioning that we will be able to run some of the dungeons for you and to help show off the fights and stuff for anyone who wants to see it. It will not be a repeat of the last time we did this, where I just only did the story beats. We're gonna do some of the plot stuff too. Hopefully we'll finish it up for you too. Eorzea would have you delve deeper into the mysteries surrounding the elder primal Bahamut. A crystal-choked abyss lieth beneath the Cotonou Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal, and by thy hand were truths great and terrible wrested from those once celestial depths. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Eorzea hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice, and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land.
Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long.
Yo, Eorzea! Welcome back! You just walked off, and then just walked back in like 5 seconds later.
Calosa, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion from which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Initially, it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens. This is basically just recapping. We went into Castrum Occidens, we discovered that Bahamut is still alive, but also that grandfather Louisoix is also alive. There we go. I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambros, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Coinoc. Woo! Rambros! Crystal Tower! And he, in turn, did kindly furnish me with his theory concerning the Elder Primal's Allegan prison. Oh, what did he say?
'Twould seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. We figured this out when we ran the Crystal Tower! Hey, these are actually supposed to come together. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core. So they just made a moon and then stuffed him in it for couple of 1,000 years? That's fun, that's cool. No wonder he was angry. No wonder he tried to blow up everything the moment he came out. He thought the Allegans were still alive. He thought we were the Allegans.
Do you remember the sight that greeted us at the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Coinoc, we have learned that these contraptions were termed internment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. Yo! Final Fantasy VIII reference, because Ragnarok was the spaceship that went into space, because the monsters were from the moon in Final Fantasy VIII. Bada-bam! Shoo, 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 shoo! Alteron is saying, I mean, the Dalamud moon worked until it didn't, and it flooded the world, and it destroyed Alleg, so wonderful. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, which is why this is called the Binding Coils of Bahamut. Title drop, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, the selfsame energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He is merely allowed to be. Once again, no wonder he was really pissed when he got out of there. For century upon century there was the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so settled in their working, and yet so adamant, that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors. It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allegans have found a way to simulate prayer itself? Oof, that wouldn't be fun. Seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all of the internment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether. Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils, and we already did one. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found that the 12's wood, and as of yet unexplored,
fragment of the lesser moon bearing a most familiar etheric signature.
And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which this North Shroud fragment and the second of the internment hulks can be entered. As Eorzea's sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge, Calosa. I will, of course, be there at your side. Once you have made your preparations, head to Falgard Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anael. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these elegant fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut.
And there she goes. The thing that pisses me off is she walks off in the opposite direction of the door. Well, I mean, yeah, but like, see, you kind of do have to walk off this way so that you can walk around this table. Like, if you go here, you're gonna trip over this chair. Oh, God! Yo, I see LV logged in. Tell me when you are prepared for the first coil. Yeah, when you're ready, LV, just tell me when you have the first coil unlocked and we can unsync it, just the three of us. Because, yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, Alteron brings up a good point. I do like how Alice says, I will, of course, be at your side. And Urianshe turns to her like, no, you won't. Please don't go into dangerous places, my dear, surrogate granddaughter, who's like my lord and master's granddaughter, and I still feel very much indebted to. Oh, Elvie says that they are ready. So that means if you guys would like, we can go into the past. We are going to unsync this because once again, it is not fun. Not a fun thing. And you are going to see that a lot of these, story beats are actually in the dungeons themselves, so we might see a slight repeat of them, just one or two. We're gonna do turn one, obviously, show that one off. Oh, and Elvie and Aeonica, at some point, make sure that you get rid of as many tomestones of poetics as you can, because Elvie is going to be doing this the first time. It's going to give us a lot of extra free tomestones. Just reminding you. Let us undersize this, and let's go. Oh wait, I guess I should ready check. Alright, let's do it. I really need to keep preparing my gear. I never do that. Here we go. $237 yalms. Which of course is a yard. That's about a meter. 237 meters underground. Which is pretty deep. I'm just, yeah. Alright. Yep. 100 tomestones of poetics will be awarded upon completion. I do like how you can see there are a bunch of Garlean, equipment because they were studying this place. And so, yeah, here it is. The scars left by the calamity. We're gonna skip this cutscene. But yeah, we've seen that before. No worries. Boing, boing. Elvie is gonna be reading it. But, as you can see, let's look up ahead. Here's our... Meteor Fisher. This is the worst, like, arena ever, by the way. It's just a line. Also, here's ads. I think it's like assault, like automated defenses system, but I love ads. Fun fact, this guy has a blue mage ability. That's fun. Anyway, are we ready? Let's do it! Boop. We killed it too fast. So it started it started paralyzing us. We did not do the mechanics. Sorry, ads. Alright, let's keep going through. And so we defeated the ads. And now we got the wing. Oh, hey, and everyone's here. It's kind of nice to see us all here, just hanging. Skip cutscene, though. Jeez. That is a big wing. I do love how it's just connected. Jeez, look at that. That is all the way on the other side of this map here. That is past the final area of the map, and then here it comes over, and it's right in front of us, the end here. That is how big this wing is. It is so huge. Gosh, so good. I just love how they're able to show the scale in this. Alright, let's go. Here's a mini maze. It's almost labyrinthine. No worries, you guys. I got this. Dark matter pelican. Thank you. You kind of gotta kill everything. What we used to do way back in the day was we would pull all the way to those walls up there and then AoE them all down. But thankfully, we don't gotta do that so much. There it is. You just gotta kill this golem. That's the big one. Alright. Ugh. I'm just gonna say this rendition of Answers is so good. Wow, I didn't instantly kill this thing? Wow, I'm losing my touch. Alright, here comes the bossy doodle. So this was one of the few enemies I actually fought at level, and I don't remember a lot of the mechanics, but if I do recall, he makes a clone of himself, and you're supposed to separate. So you're supposed to grab like a tank and a healer over on this side, and then a tank and healer over on that side, and then you separate. But we're probably gonna kill it too fast for that to actually happen, so sorry. Also, it's Caduceus. Here we go. Sorry everyone, we're killing Caduceus. Sorry, Elvie. Sorry, people. There's his baby. There's his clone. And there he goes. Rip Caduceus. There he goes. Yeah, Lady Bustler, speed reading, go! Thank you, LV. We did it! And before we finish, so we've finally gotten to the end, and yeah, so we walked all the way, and we barely touched, you know, the thumb of the wing, and there it keeps going. Jeez. Huge. Oh, we got loot? Yeah, whoops, I don't want that. No! Pass! I didn't want it, I didn't mean to! Oh, greedy, so. Here we go. Fun thing to do is you can desynthesize them and sell the items inside, like, that come out, because people like to make the armor that looks like this. So, always a good idea. Done. So that was turn 1. Turn 2, 3, and 4 are absolutely really dumb. Turn 2 is just a boss rush. You're timed and have to kill as many of the little CPUs as possible. And the more CPUs you kill, the more damage, the less like abilities that the main CPU has at the end. So you want to kill them all in the set time and then fight the big guy. Turn 3 is a teleportation maze. It's really dumb. You don't want to do it. Turn 4 is even worse teleportation maze because it barely helps you figure out where you're going, and there's a lot of like patrolling ads that spawn more ads. It's dumb. It's not fun. Turn 5 though. Turn 5 is fun. Yeah, rip Mighty 9. Caduceus, their one healer has been killed now. Rip. Haha. The joke is that the other cleric never heals. That's the joke. And so we've gone down to 1,910 yalms. Wonderful. You know what, let me just repair my stuff. Fine, I'll repair it. Stop whining at me, game. Jeez. Jeez Louise! Alright. And so, yeah, you can see, here's the talon. We're not even on the finger right now. We're on the talon. There's an S rank in Calosa right now. Well, I don't care. Calosa S ranks can get punched, can get stuffed. Such politics can get stuffed. And so yeah, here it is. Wow, it looks like a finger. What? It is a finger. Oh. Yeah. So. We did it! And there's LV just standing behind Calosa like, what? What's happening? What's going on? Oh yeah, but Aonica's saying help level 80 S rank. Yeah, the S ranks can be pretty scary. They're not fun when they're at level and you're not just abusing a level 51. So yeah, here it is. Here's the arena. And here's the boss. And so here's Twin Tanya, who was a boss in the final dungeon of Final Fantasy III. He didn't look like this. He looked like a big, ugly monster thing, and he was famous. Well, famous? I guess not really. Not many people know him, but he does a big, like, giant attack, and then he's weak to death at that point, so you can just use, like, level 5 death on him and he instantly dies. It's really funny. It's funny. Alright, so, big thing for Elvie. We can finally explain mechanics, Elvie. It's great. So, Twintania at some point will jump away and then face someone along these, like, the outer edges around here. When that happens, he's gonna dive bomb and go pshoo! And if he hits you, you get knocked back. And if you hit the outer rim, you die. It's great. It's fun. So what we usually do is we find Twintania's location and then charge at him so we don't get knocked into the death. That's the big mechanic. Lastly, afterwards, we're probably gonna kill it before the twisters though. Lastly, the twisters, he uses an attack called Twister, and you want to move because he's going to cast a twister right underneath you, and if you're underneath the twister, you die. And you're probably going to kill us too. It's great. So, those are the main mechanics. Probably not going to worry about it so much, but it'll be fine. Alright, let's do it then. There it is. Oh, look at people stealing aggro from me. All right, here we go. There he is. Up here, up here. Whoa, jeez. Oh, there goes Eonica. Next. What's next? What's next? There he is! We're good. There are ways people cheese it, but who wants to cheese it when you can just actually do the mechanics like a normal human being? There we go. Now, the one problem about this is that, we kill... Those things stay alive, like, he doesn't start dive bombing again until a little bit, and so you have to wait until he decides to start dive bombing again. It's really dumb. Oh, I'm sorry, I said he. Apparently Twintania's a girl in Final Fantasy 14 lore, so there you go. Oh, jeez, there she is! Oh, nice. Oh, there she is. We're good. Those were the main dive bombs. We're good now. GG easy. By the way, the neural links let you do other stuff. It makes it so you don't get hurt as much by Twintania's attacks, but you do less damage. So the tanks are supposed to hop in them, or like when Twintania uses a special hatching ability, you're supposed to hop in it, but we kill her too fast for that. Ah, Eonica, please. This is serious stuff, okay? A serious game that doesn't need serious... Oh, and Elvie's dead! No! Why? Why does everyone I love die? And also dance. Why does everyone I love die and dance? Oh, there she is! Hi, Twintania! And we're good. Yay! Hey, and I got ties that bind 3. I finished this. How many times is that? I think it's 20 times. Yeah! Yay! Binding Coil Bahamut complete. Oh, it's a Woots Nugget. Thunder! Oh! Thunderer is really rare to get when you're not, it's really rare to get when you're unsinking it, so that's really nice. That is, you need, tier turn 5, turn 9, and turn 13. And if you get all of those, then you get, then you can turn it into the answers, and it's worth millions of gil. So, pretty nice. Anyway, let's head out. Woo! Turn 5 has ended. So I'll continue the story and LV can catch up. We need to go to Falgard Float. And we'll start and we'll continue. The Falgard Float is North Shroud. And now LV has it. I might have to buy it off of you. Especially if we end up with the faded copy of Answers. It's probably not gonna happen, but that's the one, because turn 9 is absolutely horrendously dumb. LV is confused. Where are they? Oh, you gotta continue the story, LV. See what happens. Hoo-hoo-hoo. LV wasn't able to see this part.
Calosa Whispersong. I've been expecting you. My name is Anel. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder that I may better assist Lady Eorzea with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Also, why aren't you giving me respect? I'm a captain. You're a lieutenant? Wait, is a lieutenant better than a captain? I forget.
Such authority has allowed me to act without inference from local soldiery and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragment. From what we have seen of the exterior, the structure shares many common features with the one you explored in Louisoix, and likely plays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and he will be well placed to show you the thing, if nothing less.
LV's having fun with the quest line right now, with the cutscene we just finished. I stand back, Eorzea doing science! Ooh! What was I going to talk about? Captain is just above lieutenant. Yeah, oh, that was it. I wanted to check. There it is. Second serpent lieutenant, first serpent lieutenant. There it is. I outrank her. She should have been saluting me. Technically, though, you can't actually reach lieutenant at this point in 2.0. So okay, fine. She doesn't have to salute me. Yeah, it's really hard to tell between the two of them at this point. Is it Alfie or Eorzea? I don't know. Who even knows? Who even cares? Oh yeah, Calosa spent a long time getting that captain, so heck yeah, she outranks everyone. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground into a bloody pulp under the granite fists of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger up. Hey, I'm a captain. You'd better show me some respect. Oh, my apologies, madam. Lady Eorzea did send word of your impending arrival. Also, I guess you are a captain, technically. But 'twould seem I've grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon Talamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path which should grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior? Well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottomless layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient Allagans seem so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Aorzea will soon be arriving at Falgard. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. I imagined our young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that it is not the occasion to stint on preparations or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. LV. Oh, hi, giant head! We don't know who the mysterious other person is. There's two people. Who could the other person be? Question mark? Ooh. Also feelings. Yeah, I wonder what this giant entrance is for. Cough, cough. Yo, Anael. Ooh, cutscene.
Mistress Whispersong, I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. Are you saying that we could just find out a way inside somewhere? Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses would entail. If there is aught I might do to aid you...
What the?
Hey, is that... That's not... Lady Alice... Oh, my apologies, Master Alphino. Has there been a chain of plan?
Urianger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before she disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Calosa, though I would strenuously deny it were she present, my sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even mine own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Aorzea is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil. Yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me the most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. You think he's dead? But I kind of saw he was alive. My sister must needs have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes for which we risk all. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and choosing for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Aorzea must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad it is with you that she makes this journey. If Aorzea is to discover a deeper purpose, then where better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion? It was there that I found mine, after all. Yeah, I guess so. You know, punch his shoulder a little, you little dork. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavors, Calosa. Ah, Lieutenant Anael, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. As you wish. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Thank you, Alteron. Lady Aorzea is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Second coil of Bahamut now accessible. Alright. What do you think, Aeonica? Should we wait for LV to come and finish this part? Yeah, you need to keep... Yeah, you can pick up the next quest and keep going, I think. And you'll eventually come up to be right where we are in the quest. Yeah. Yo, LV! Oh, where to pick up the quest? Uh-oh. I'm, like, pretty sure that Eorzea has it, doesn't he? Uh-oh. What-oh. Yeah, try it out. We can wait. We'll just hang out and look at the pretty place. Oh, okay, then that might be it. Let's go look at the cool explodey piece. Yeah, that looks like a piece of the moon after all. Of course, no worries, Elvie. I'm happy that we can do it together. Whee! Land on this little rock. Oh, yeah, I think Alysae mentions let's go back to the Waking Sands or something, so that's it. Oh yeah, here it is. This is right here. This is the bottom of it, and then it just goes up. And so I guess, yeah, see, that's that little opening right there. That's the one they're talking about. Woo, you can kind of see it. Yeah. So there's the big piece that's come down, and some of the rocks are rubbling on it, and so that's the opening. Yeah, it kicks you out in Northern Thanalan, but I think, yeah, I think they direct you back towards the Waking Sands. Well, I think we can do some of the story. Maybe. Actually, yeah, Alysae's resolve. It's going to take me back to Thanalan anyway, so I should probably just teleport back there. Anyway, that's probably for the best. And then we can do the things there. Yeah, okay, I'm glad that it's there. That's good. We're not... It's not, like, telling us to go somewhere else. We haven't messed up anything. Let me check. One is the outer ring. I think we need to do turn... I do know we need to do turn 4. Yeah, it's probably 1. We don't like turn 2. Yeah, 3 and then 4. Okay, I think I know what we're gonna do from now on. And get the most of the story. What the? Oh! I completely forgot that we're supposed to have popped back out in Northern Thanalan. Spoiler alert! When we finish the second coil, we end up popping out in Northern Thanalan. Actually, we need to process that, because that's closer. You assume, oh, it's in Thanalan, so you need to go to the Waking Sands. And it's like, haha, no. It's the other part of Thanalan. You idiot. Boink. And now... we may view the cutscenes for the second coil of Bahamut before accepting this quest, but because Elvie and Ionica and Calosa are going to be doing the actual fights, we're going to not watch the opening cutscenes. So actually, can I move out then? Yeah, we'll decline it for now. Because I think Elvie is almost there. And then at that point we can all start it up. So, yeah. Turn 1 is going to be the entering and finding out who that mysterious second person is. And then 2 and 3 are just generic, like, fighty, stupid, like, maze things. I think this one, I'm pretty sure that turn 2 is like you stand on a platform and it moves around and it gives people motion sickness. I think it gave Aeonica motion sickness. It was great. Turn 3 is just like a maze area, but then turn 4 is when things hit the fan. So that's going to be lots of fun. And Elvie says we're ready, so let's start with turn 1. Ooh, I'm so excited. Here we are in the 12's Wood, under Dalamud's shadow. Alright then, here we go. Uh-oh. How are we gonna get there? What the? Huh? Oh. This looks weird. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground to a depth of many hundreds of yalms. The swirling ether leaking from the ground must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it is not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Calosa? It is imperative that we win through to the depths of this structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until we have successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears a suitable point of ingress. Alright then, let's do it! LV is totally number 5ing in these cutscenes. Just like, really? Really? Oh, these are a lot of golems. Let's use some good old-fashioned holy. Oh, they're already dead. What the? How are we supposed to get past? Huh? A dark matter cluster? This doesn't look good. Oh, jeez! Aha! We gotta get rid of the clusters to move our way further. Got those over there. I'll take care of the cluster. What the? A roselet? Oh, geez, that's no good. The plants are getting corrupted too. Oh no, this doesn't look good at all. Oh. Oh. Oh no! So this is Rafflesia. We're probably not going to see a lot of her mechanics. Wow. Oh! I'm fighting over aggro. Yay! So the big thing that he can do is he can suck people in and devour them, and it does a whole bunch of damage, and it's not fun. But we killed it, so there we go. Red Mage Tank! Go LV! Go LV! LV's finally getting to a point where they can just out damage me. They're growing up so fast! Oh dear! Boing. Well, let's continue on. We actually might have to do turn 2 in order to get the reveal of who the person is. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Sorry, Aeonica. Just close your eyes. Alright, time to go inside. What the? Oh wait, no, yeah, we need to continue in a little bit, and then it'll, when we open the bulkhead, should do the... There we go. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Shoo! I love how we're walking in on its side because it's, yeah, it fell in this way. What the? Oh no. That no, it couldn't be! Be on your guard, Calosa. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who wears such armor. Calosa knows him, too. Calosa was the one who had to kill him. He whom the Empire has raised as high as the Black Wolf himself, the legatus of the 7th Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We face the White Raven and Nael Van Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral Era. Nael Van Darnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised age of glory. Should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. He's been tempered out of the love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nael Deus Darnus. The one true deity? Bahamut! He speaks of Bahamut! Oh, Lord Bahamut! Thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells at thy sacred touch. Oh my goodness. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna joke about hot, because it's not. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile his glory, and you will answer to me. What the? Huh? Aw, jeez.
How is this possible? From what Alphino has told me, Nail was slain on the eve of the calamity.
Yeah, I was there. I murdered him.
Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. For those playing at home, Nail von Darnus was based on Sephiroth. Yes, remember, it said that he was the legatus of the 7th Legion, who got a giant moon that they called Meteor, and used it to crash into Eorzea and usher in a horrible calamity. Hey, this is definitely a Sephiroth reference. Yeah, Elvie is like, wait a minute, what? Woo, woo, woo! We're gonna fight Sephiroth. Oh man, Elvie, it's gonna be great. You just beat Sephiroth last night, and now you get to fight him again. You're good, you're fine, Annika. No, pet. Let's do it. And here we go. Don't look too hard. I'm gonna point my camera down a bit because the movement can be a little difficult. It's cool looking. I really do like looking at it, but whoa! Careful, Elvie. I got the blower on this side. There she goes. I do like that the Lamias in Final Fantasy XIV lore are just Allegan monstrosities. And here's an owlbear! Owlbears and Lamias are just like them messing with, like, you know, genetics. Chimeras are too. I do kind of like that, how like all of the Chimera monsters are actually just the Allegans are messing with it. With genetics. It's good. It's cool. Whoop. Moving to Sector 7. Oh boy. Oh geez. That's a big cobra. Nope. Oh jeez. Well. Arriving at Sector 8. Bioweapon storage. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Pair, despair, despair. Yes, we're getting there. It's happening. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this one's not fun because... Oh, this is Melusine. She was another Final Fantasy V boss. She kind of appeared once and was a changing? She was she changed her weaknesses a lot. And she was also very sexy. Like, she was like a naked lady, but with like a little, like, a ribbon. And she had a snake that was encoiled around her, so there you go, and now she's a Lamia. Be careful, she will stone people. It's not fun. We didn't really figure out the mechanic for it, so, sorry if we get stoned. Oh, I see a Death Dancer. I don't like that. Let me S-size. There we go, there go a bunch of them. Oh, cursed voice. Your body's being taken over. A petrifying curse? Uh-oh, that's no good. Oh, we missed it. Oh, turn around! Nice! Oh, jeez. I don't like that.
Hey, we did it! Mechanics! Who needs them? I think we did pretty good at avoiding some of those mechanics. Alright then. Alright then, let's continue on. The third turn is not fun. It's very boring. There's no story behind it. So we're going to turn 4. And this is it. This is gonna be... Did you see the tanks all floating? Oh no, I didn't! I didn't point it out. I'm sorry. Ah, sorry, Ayonica. I messed it up. But are you guys ready for the most absolute BS fight in all of A Realm Reborn? It's gonna be great. Here we go. Time to fight Sephiroth. Yeah, 3 was weird. I don't remember it. I think I just turned into a tank and just tanked all of the damage because of course I did. What the? Oh no. I know this. This looks just like the arena where I fought Nail all those years ago. The memories are coming back. That surely cannot be Dalamud. Where are we? The final resting place of Nail Van Darnus. Don't worry, we'll talk about the mechanics. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too! No! The helmet! What? Wait. Nail Van Darnus is the... In the hour of his failure, Nail Van Darnus felt the currents of aether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. What the? Oh no, she dragon! 'Twould seem that what little remained of Nail's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the blink of oblivion
and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of the elder primal himself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall scape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Huh? Stand back, Alice. We got this. Alright, you guys, you ready for the absolute most BS fight in this entire series, this entire time? It's gonna happen. Oh Lord, it's happening. Alright, I will get C. You guys choose if you want A or B. One of you takes A, one of you takes B. Ayana takes A, LV, you take B. So, we're gonna be fighting Nail normally. Just normal tank and spank stuff. Nail is going to fly away and we're gonna get little meteor things on our heads. That is when we move to A and B and C. When the thing lands and hits, you want to move slightly left. No, right. We're moving right. Sorry. We're moving right. So you're going to move slightly right, just about like here. 1, 2, 3 to B. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Just like that. If a meteor doesn't fall on you, if a meteor lands, that's good. You move. If a meteor doesn't land, you don't have to move. We're trying to space them out so the meteors do not touch each other, because if they touch, they will explode, and it's not fun. I can heal it probably, but it's not fun. Lastly, there are going to be large golems that each land on us, because there are 3 of us, thankfully. Each one is going to get a golem. Technically, you want to go into those little, like, circles in the middle, but you don't have to. I am going to ask Elvie and Aeonica to kill theirs, and I will use my golem to eat the meteors so they don't explode. Sounds okay? Okay, sounds good. All right, sorry, you said it down there. Second of all, try to stay towards the middle, but not right on top of the middle, because it'll be for a mechanic later. All right, let's do it. Here we go. All right, here we go. To your places, everyone. Looks like we're good. Nice work, everyone. Oh, back to your places. Meteors again. Messed up, I think. Should be okay though.
This ain't good. We're messing up. We've messed up somehow. Don't kill the spawns. Let them eat the meteors. I think the meteors are all dead though. Okay, we're good. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we're good now. That did not turn out the way I expected it, but we're good. We did it. Alright, time for a mega flare. Let's get an asylum so we can look pretty. Pretend that we actually care. No, Manderville! Annika, why? Ouch. Here's Heaven's Fall. She's gonna... There it is. And it's gonna go out and then in. Oh, nope. Dang it. There we go. Okay. We're good. Here you go, Annika. Get that. Ow. 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 Mean lady. You stop that right now. Ice bitten, twice shy. That's okay, no worries. Yay, we did it! Welcome to that. You can only survive those instant death attacks if you're level 80. Hey, and it turns out it was a simulation this whole time. Yeah, we did it! But that was the absolute worst battle in all of A Realm Reborn, and we finished it, so good job. We just unsynced and murdered it. Ooh, a high elegant spear. Oh, LV got it. That's good. I was gonna say. Alright then. Whoop. I was trying to click on it because I thought that was the exit, but no, there it is. See, it's the exit, right? No, it's not. Durgun! Durgoon! Durgoon spur! Mega flare! Oh no! Oh no! Health barely moves. Oh no! It didn't show the final thing! No! Elvie gets to see it. So essentially, it turns out that Nail... I gotta explain it now. See, this is why. This game is... This whole story is effed up, and I... Actually, wait! I can see it now! Doity-doy! View the cutscene! Bada bam! I'm smart! I didn't open it yet! Skip this cutscene. Oh, shoo! What? Do you guys want to watch the whole thing again? Or do you want to... Or shall we just skip it? I thought it was being so cool and awesome. Yeah, I should just use the book. I guess I should use the book. This is so dumb. This whole thing is broken. I'm so sorry, everyone. This whole quest line is so broken and bad. It's okay. We'll make it work. We're gonna make it work. Also, LV admits that they're super into Nail right now, and I mean, fair. I mean, it's a gender bend. It's a gender bend. It's a gender bend Sephiroth, so it was gonna happen. Unending Journey. Not available in New Game Plus, of course, so suspend New Game Plus. LV, I have a history with this type of character. I think we all know. I love you, dear. Bahamut. What? That's it? That's it? That's it? No, there isn't a cutscene for it. There isn't a cutscene for it. So bad. This game is so bad, you guys. It isn't here. Look. Unending Journey, Chronicles in a New Era, Primals, Bahamut, and here it is, Alosae's Path. This is it. This is the opening for the quest that we're going to do, and then here's the final quest. That's it. That's the only one. I don't know what to tell you. I would have to play with OBS to make a Discord stream, like look it up to move it to that. I'd have to play around with Discord and do stuff. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'll explain it because this game is bad. This game is bad. Uninstall. So I'll just explain it. So essentially, Nail is like, oh, I'm evil and bad and a bad guy. And then it's like, well, you're controlled by Bahamut. And Nail is like, no, I'm not. I'm not controlled by Bahamut. And it's like, wait a minute. Oh, crap. Bahamut doesn't like me anymore. So he literally gave up his power over me. And then she gets, like, shot through the heart. And you're to blame. It turns out Louisoix was the guy who shoots her. And it's like, you, the mighty Bahamut doesn't need you anymore. And it's like, oh, but what? You killed, what? Louisoix became enthralled by Bahamut? Oh, no! Okay, that's the whole thing. That's the story. But then we get deeper inside and we turn off the thingy, and then Louisoix is like, don't come back, you are dumb people and I don't like you, and that's it. The end. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northern Fanelin again, it would appear. I must thank you, Calosa. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. Ah, but you need not tarry upon my account. The danger has passed. Pray go on ahead and apprise Eorzea of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. You take care of yourself, Alosae. That's really bad and dumb. And I hate this. I hate this. So dumb. Cannot wait until we get back to New Game Plus things that don't screw up. Yeah, the Phoenix cutscene isn't oh, great, I just said the thing. There's another cutscene that's not going to play either, so we're just going to have to watch the whole thing again, like we should have done in the first place. I am not happy. I thought we were going to make sure that this one was a good stream, and it turns out that I messed it up again, so, whatever. It's not a huge deal. We'll just watch all the cutscenes and then we'll do them over like we did with LV. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's gotta be because this whole thing is dumb. Thankfully, from what I've seen of other New Game Plus things and what we've all seen so far, this is the only one that is this bad. Because they know you don't want to do these things again. So they didn't. Whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. I'm sorry, you guys. You could probably look it up somewhere else if you really need to see Nail get shot by Louisoix like an old dude. Woo. The triumphant hero doth return, thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast the shadow which falleth now across thy brow? Sorry, man, your master guy is a horrible monster, and Elvie is right. He slapped Alcé, that meanie guy. He's very mean. We don't like him. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Lady Alcé beheld, an unnatural conjuration in thrall to the elder primal. I love how, like, we hadn't figured that out yet, but Alphino came up beforehand and said that he was a shade. Like, did Alphino figure this out first, or was that just a quirk? Like, was it a mistake? That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. And what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alcé did absent herself from future forays into the Coils.
I have come too far to surrender to grief, Eorzea. Oh, hey, Alcé.
My lady.
I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries.
As you wish, milady. By your leave, I would speak first of the Coil's late guardian, Nael Van Darnus. Van Darnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destination, only to fall even as the sixth the sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, it is of he of whom they spoke. Aye, he, I say, for Nael was for a certainty no maid. The noble house of Van Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alleg. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. The crystal tower and the mechanism required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nael to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He is fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let the simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Van Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell upon Nael's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the Coils shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, milady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire?
My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Calosa, while Eorzea and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun.
Bahamut got all invasion of the body snatchers on Louisoix, apparently. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Ah, Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlian. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that you and I hold?
Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. So, yeah, the whole Nail Von Darnus man-woman thing is a little awkward. I think what happens, what the lore book says, if I recall, I don't actually have it, but I was reading, I remember people showing off important parts of it. From what I remember, on the eve of Nail Van Darnus, going to become legatus, like he was going to be promoted, his sister snuck into his bedroom and backstabbed and killed him and took on his identity. So we all considered him the man, and because he never took off his helmet, but it turned out it was really his sister all along who just wanted the power. So that's the story they gave. I don't know why they decided to do it. I don't know what the story is, but maybe they just wanted some female villains or something, and so they were like, well, here's a throwaway one. Now it's a dragon with boobs. Yay. Anyway, there you go. That's the kind of the idea they were trying to do with that. It's really dumb. Man is wont to cast a light wheresoever secrets lie hid in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Eorzea, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavily upon her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Calosa, remain by her side as her vigilant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. You do realize I have a staff, right? But never mind, it doesn't really matter. Calosa, it is well that you are here. Hey, Eorzea, we just finished talking about Nail. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Eorzea, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerated beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nail Van Darnus unto his will. Let's skip to the part where you talked about the things that we weren't able to watch. There we go. We could find this legatus to blessed oblivion. Thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. There we go. Doubt not, but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Eorzea. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Eorzea. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Calosa's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. That is true. And people keep using that as a weapon. 'Tis possible she may do so yet again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, I am full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I would question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Calosa is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now, we seek entry into 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in Eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for our means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could have since found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Alright. Burning Wall, which is in... Still, yeah, I thought so. We gotta go to Camp Bone Camp, Bone Camp. Draw Bone Camp, Bone Camp, Bone Camp. Draw Bone Camp, Bone Camp, Bone Camp. Draw Bone, and that's the way it goes. Here we go! Whoops, sorry. I looked away for a second and the music stopped because I forgot about that. Sorry. Has that been happening before? Oops. I'm sorry about that. I turned it off recently because I needed to focus on something else while the game was up, but I didn't turn it back on. My apologies. My apologies! Is he down here? Nope, he's above. Here he is. Yo, Dex! Alice's assistant. You know, you don't... I say, are you not Mistress Whispersong, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, madam, at your service. She forgot your name? And may I say, what an honor it is to meet you. Pleasure's all mine. How goes the survey, Dex? Ahem, my lady, it shames me to say I've found no viable path to the fragment. Wow, Alice. You don't even remember your servants' names? Though it stands here before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it cost a prodigious amount of ether to spew forth. It was this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seemed destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear we would struggle just to reach it. Oh, we can fly now. Never mind. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us await a Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Sir, Alice, upon that note, my lady, something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. What? Is he okay? As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue harm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Calosa. I love how he, like, kind of subtly sticks that in there. You mixed us up, lady. I am going to bet that they are twins, but it's kind of funny. Alice can't keep all of her giant amount of the sexy Rogadin late assistant men. Yeah. She's really bad at this. Let's avoid that fate so it doesn't go. Oh, hey! Elvie's here! Yep, they're twins. Sir, are you okay? Elvie's playing dead. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. You...
You're fine.
I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you.
Milady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If you please, I shall report my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but it's like to take time. There really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, milady.
Confound it! We're losing precious time. What are we to do now?
'Tis I, Eorzea. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear.
You got it! We gotta go to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. Eorzea has found a way? Then we must go to him at once.
Let's do this. Shoom. Northern Thanalan. Oh, you coming? You coming, LV? Or you just gonna sit there dead? Whoop. Oh, he's right over here. Hey, Eorzea! Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin.
I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan.
Nor are you mistaken, milady, yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation with light to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. Yet that much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were to be possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that the two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this we may infer that the others may be connected in like wise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we propose to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one essence on these ripples, it would be possible to make the journey. Yet be fair warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. Okay, so the point is that we're going to study the, ethereal, fingerprint of it, and then find the ones that are different, and then find that tiny ripple and make it larger by sticking an aetherite shard there and amplifying the powers. There you go. You're welcome, Eorzea. I translated it for you.
That is a risk I'm willing to take. You're brilliant, Eorzea. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence.
Nay, milady, as you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it.
Alright. Oh, LV was AFK for a reason because of about family things. That makes sense.
Verily, 'twas not my wish to withhold knowledge of the aid I received. I pray that Mistress Calosa will forgive me when she learneth of its source. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who did you talk to, Eorzea?
Oh, there's a little aetherite shard that we're going to be using.
So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here?
Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levieux. Alphanode!
Alphino? So it was you who was helping Eorzea.
Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Eorzea. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. Humph! We will speak later.
Pray forgive me, milady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down...
Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down, grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what it is you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we have made it ours. Both of us. That's why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid should I ever forget, Calosa. But you must understand, I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection with striking down whatever is left of our grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levieux, I would be present for his final moments. Very well. You may join us on one condition. I make the decisions. If it please, milady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about to be complete. When you're ready to embark upon your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Bow. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. That's probably the best idea, LV. Just listen to the stream and skip everything else.
I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you, Mistress Whispersong. I'm pleased to say that the aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. So the drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for Milady's sake, if not your own. And that's all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return just to be on the safe side. Dun 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 dun!
Alright, final coil of Bahamut now accessible! So then, are we ready then? I'm gonna make a ready check just in case. Alright then, so unfortunately I gotta do a thing. I can't actually say much, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we do. I gotta go get Alice's push and finish this and watch the cutscenes. The problem with it is that just like turn 4 not having the final cutscene, turn 3's opening cutscene doesn't work properly, and it's the most important one in the story. So we're gonna have to watch it. I'm sorry, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? We're just gonna have to watch it and then run this stuff later. In spite of your presence, I must confess that there were moments when I feared the worst. But in the end, you plucked us from the flames and bore us to safety. Thanks, Alphino, for telling us something we already did. View the cutscenes. I'm sorry. You can watch it later when we do these ones. So we end up coming into here. 4,560 alms underground. Well, we get these little pods. This is what it looks like on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We have come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. And so we go further in and we fight a big, giant, chimerical beast. And it's surrounded by these pods. By the 12 dragons. And so many. Oh, God. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Why would they need to? Unless... Talamud do not want for defenses, this we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Alice, don't you remember what Nail said? Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. And then we were thinking that maybe he had a bunch of thralls like Louisoix and Nail. Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I infer that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh.
gods, strike me down for a blind fool! Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they would sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Elegants kept them imprisoned here! These children, they're kept alive indefinitely so that they can keep praying that they'll be freed. They're praying to Bahamut to ask him to save them from their torment. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allagan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Allagans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Zande did this. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Yeah, this was all Zande's doing. He did this. Thank goodness we managed to take him out before he could do anything else to our time. Will you now turn your hatred toward our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I'm merely acknowledging our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay this world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Allagans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. Seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Perpetual pair. Perpetual. Thank you, Lady Bustler. Thank you, Alteron. So this is in the second turn of the final coil. So the 11th floor. Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud, yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death, how his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. It is a cool area, though. I really do like exploring this place. It's lots of fun. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. Louisoix. And so, we've come to the third coil. We've come to the final bit.
He is almost whole again.
And we've got voice acting people, so I gotta shut up and drink some water. Have fun. This is the scene that doesn't play, by the way. This is the whole reason we have to watch this.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on.
Louisoix!
Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
Dun dun.
"'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?"
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice.
Ooh, I love that. I love Louisoix's voice actor. I gotta look it up.
'Twas in the twilight of the third astral era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance.
And once again, this is why it's like Zande. Every time you hear of an Alagon atrocity, it just traced right back to what Zande had done. Every single one of them. That,
Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted?
because you were summoning the 12 to encase a monster that was destroying the world instead of summoning the 12 gods to murder everything. I'm just saying, but continue.
'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny.
Yeah, this sounds a lot like what Bahamut would say, because he thinks he's so cool when he blows up the planet. Like, you do realize that if you did blow up the planet, then you freed all of your children, they would have no planet to be on. I'm just saying. Mr. Bahamut Louisoix.
As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet.
Which is ironic because of spoilers for Heaven's Word, but the dragons aren't so keen on following each other either, so Bahamut,
Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Oligarch? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alizé and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix.
Elvie is not happy at Grandpa for being mean to his grandbabies.
Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Wait, what? Alfie, what?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth.
What?
If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
I didn't come outside to be monologued at. Thank you, Elvie. But what? Oh. That's why.
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
We thought it was Bahamut. But the primal we were hunting all this time?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
He wasn't a ghost! He's still alive.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Oh. Okay, sure. Cause we can't have primals here. He's gonna absorb all of the ether. He's gonna leave us in a perpetual state of life and death. He's gonna keep us alive and then drain our ether. And then bring us back to life. And then drain our ether. We had to kill him.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alizé, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
His eyes. I think he's back.
Grandfather?
I think we broke the hold.
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control.
You're welcome, Louisoix.
These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alphino, Alizé, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Yeah. Oh, babies.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut.
Remember, I was there. And Aeonica and Elvi and even Rian. It's incredible to remember. So nice to remember.
In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether.
But it shattered. And then there was a light, and then...
But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Well, thank you. This is the point. We saw the ending of Answers, and this is what happened directly after. Power that remained, that was left. The color. Single-handedly punched a hole through a Terra flare. Don't think anyone else in any other Final Fantasies could admit to that.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land.
Thank you, Elvie. One Punch Man theme. I don't know it.
Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea.
And so, that was why there was so much corrupted ether that threw everything out of balance, but the Eorzea started recovering so quickly. And it was because of Phoenix and his prayers.
Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my vast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
He wouldn't want to give up he's under a thrall and a primal? Can you imagine a primal being under the thrall of another primal?
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
Gee.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration.
Sounds good, Chief.
Whether it be for man or for dragonkind, the question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
Mm-hmm. second to last. We've got one more to go. Thanks, Louisoix. We'll finish it.
This portal will take you to the final internment, Hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer.
So tiny.
Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos.
That's what I've been telling Alice and Grandpa, but you won't listen. Yeah, well, you're not listening to me.
Will you do that for me?
For me.
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Yeah, he was kind of there sometimes. Oh,
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you.
she found that she believed in humanity as well.
See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Yeah, Louisoix. Do it. Not just for Eorzea, but also for you. The tear.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
The world can truly heal.
Come, Warrior of Light. Our task remains undone.
You got it. So, on to the final internment, Hulk. The final battle. You don't even know where this is.
"'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether."
Banish you. will left.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Oh jeez! Oh gods! Well, that was a mega flare we just took to the face.
Alize! Alize!
Alice, are you okay, baby? Ah, she's moving. We're good.
I had thought it finally over. I will not survive another blast.
We can't do this. I don't...
No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Thanks for the background.
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have.
It's just 5 minutes ago.
That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable. Of which I am capable.
You go, Alice. Show it.
Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last.
Thanks, Alteron.
Let me join my strength to yours.
And I'm sorry I missed this one. The burning heart sounds like Bahamut needs some baking soda water. Thanks, Alteron. Tom to tom tom toms.
In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
Yay, the twins! The two grimoires were secretly one this whole time!
For the future of Eorzea!
Yeah, I mean, them dressing exactly the same is kind of annoying, but it did look really cool when they,
This
like,
last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
when they did that, like, posy thing. That was really cool, I'm just saying. Now they can dress differently, but that was cool at the first part. Anyway, yeah, sure, let's destroy the heart. What the? Shoot! And then there's just 7 other points of light. I'm sure that they're just random other people. And we just went inside Bahamut's heart. That's cool. That's just what normal people do. Boing! I went in first and I came down last. You know, as you do. Oh jeez. And then it was time to fight Bahamut. And that is what we did.
You did it!
I did do it. Maybe later.
But one task remains.
Time to turn off this internment Hulk. Although, why did I have to fly into the heart? Why didn't you just protect it and then, like, I press the button? Like,
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
okay, but why did I have to fight Baha? Okay, never mind. It was cool. That's why. Rule of cool. All of them are gone, and now Bahamut can disperse, and all of that stored ether can go back to the land. In Eorzea, cool people do look at explosions. Goodbye, Bahamut. May you and your children know peace.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good.
I was mentioning before, he would revive the land, but he would absorb all the ether and then revive the land, and people would just be in a constant state of death, and then they would just, it would be just like what Bahamut had to live through, and all of his children. It would be horrible.
We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity.
And as Alphino said when we were leaving for the Coil, that sometimes keys can unlock the truth, but they can also steal things away.
But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened.
Thank you, Alfie. I was gonna say, I already said that.
Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
No one can know what happened here.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Eorzea must be beside himself with worry.
Just a bit. And there we go. Accept. There we are again. Now, after that descent into darkness, the desolation of Northern Thanalan seems paradisal. Paradisal? It's not gasoline. Anyway, as promised, I shan't reveal the nature of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Bahamut are sealed off so that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, let us go and report to Eorzea. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Alright, well, we can talk to Eorzea later, because first, we're gonna do the binding coils. You guys ready for the final coils? Let's do it! I'm so excited. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Alright, we'll do turn one. We'll do one first. But first I should probably, here we go. Do that, apply, but also do this. There we go. I don't need to see them again for now. Oh, I'm awake! Are you sure? Are you okay there, Alteron? Do you want to do it? What level is your Dragoon, Elvie? I can probably carry you if you're like level 70 or something. Heck, I could probably carry you if you're level 60. Nail is the scary one. 61? Yeah, I could probably budget if you want. You might die a few times. It's up to you. So here are the pods. Those are where the babies are living. And also horrible monstrosity slimes. That's great. So these are the teleporters. I was mentioning the teleporter mazes. We haven't actually seen these before, so. Oh, now we got both. the Lamia lady? Just shoot. These teleporters are not very fun, it's true. Here they come. If we follow along but don't get too close to the spider, we can avoid getting another attack. Well, no, don't hit it! Oh, or you could just kill it immediately and it doesn't actually do anything. Oh well, doesn't matter. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to avoid them. It's fine, no worries. Whee! And so look at all the paws, these are all the babies! All of Bahamut's babies! Or I guess descendants. They're not all directly like his children. Also, this guy's name is I'm Do Good. I'm do good, Mama! Mama, I'm a do good! Oh, he's invincible. Kill the babies. The daughter of I'm a do good. Mama, I'm a do good. He is not invincible anymore. You can attack him. Nope. Invisible again! Kill the babies! Oh! Don't let them touch, I guess. Oh, he's still invincible. Rip. Invulnerable to all damage. Are you gonna stop doing that soon, sir? Please do. Please do. I'm just gonna get escalated in misery. I am a loser. Oh, that's why, because he has babies. He done now? Yes, he's done. And there we go. Yay! We did it! Look at this one doing a dance. Oh no, he's just he's just... Oh, it's I'm do good type. It's an I'm a do good type. Oh, babies. Alright. And then Coil 2, turn 2 is kind of really dumb. Like, I think if it's a lot easier to do with 3 people than it is to do with with 2, but turn 3 is where it's at. This is the one we want. This is Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Louisoix. Time to punch you in your magic glowy face. Fun fact, when I wrote a story about Phoenix, this is why I made it, this is why I made Phoenix male, because, yeah. Oh no, ow. I love how they keep popping out of, like, being, like, rebirth. They're just being reborn. Fountain of fire. That fire to stop buffing Phoenix. Keep this from hitting other people. The line attack. There we go. There we go. And it's done. Goodbye, Louisoix. Never forget you. Notice that the shield is 135. You can get 1 to 35 items in here. Even higher level than the highest you can get. Alright, and final one, I'm gonna ready check. There we go. What you guys want with turn 4. What the? Oh, I don't know why it was. There we go. Over there. Uh-oh. Is Aonica okay? Oh, well, I'll start walking over this way. Yeah, apparently Aonica's not okay. Oh, wait. No, LV! LV's here. Wait, yes, no? Is LV above? Oh, there they are. Oh, Aonica was still inside when we left, that's why. Is Aonica okay? Yeah, apparently he didn't get a ready check. Alright, here we go. Whoop. That was the fishing log. Rip. Alright, here we go. I think you didn't get a ready check because you were still in Phoenix. Because you're slowbie. Oh, you're looking at the new shield? Aw, I'm happy that you like it. I mean, it is pretty cool. I can see why you like it. It's even got abs. Dragon abs. Alright. Yes. Yeah, this is funnily enough, this is actually even more simple than Nail, so let's just go and have fun. Here we go. Oh. Gotta get a Giga Flare in there. Ouch. No worries, I got this. Shoot. Oh. Yep. Oh. No, LB! Can you get them, Aeonica? My Swift cast isn't up. Thank you. The gust of Mericidia. Little babies, baby gusts. I love how we have to wait for because we killed all the ads too fast, so now we gotta wait for the next part. There we go. No, LV got hit by a dive from Bahamut and it knocked him back into the explosion. It's a Twintania mechanic that was brought back here. Oh, just doing it again. Oh, be careful, Aeonica. I think you're getting hit by the other one. Yep. Oh. I like to follow the little... Oh, we got a Neuralink. You know what? Oops. Well, there it goes. I love to follow the debris as it goes up. Oh, you guys are doing things while I'm just spacing out. This thing, it's flare dampening. The Terra flare is reduced. Aha! I think I know what we need to do here. Oh, never mind. We still got more ads to kill. Oh, one more. friends. Oh, this is cute. No wonder everyone wants to take these. Hey, it's another faded copy of Hanser. Wonderful. And now we can get out of this dork place. What? You can follow the debris down. Whoa! It doesn't stop. Oh, there it goes. Now it stops. And there we go. All right. Let's finish this off and get out of here. Yeah, that probably would have killed Elvie a few times if they were level 61 on their Dragoon. Ah, the warrior of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return, but where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alice? Oh, you know, just wandering around in destroyed clothes. Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness, we took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe.
By the heavens, look at you!
Look at this father is just so worried.
What horrors have your young eyes must have seen? What suffering your young bodies must have borne? Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice to draw out.
It's fine. I healed them. It's fine. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that.
Yeah, I guess not me then. Fine. I just sat here doing nothing. Master Louisoix, then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering?
I should promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend. But first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Eorzea and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you've earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, Naught could be further from the truth, Alice.
My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden that he might easily bear alone.
I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Pout. Then it is settled. I love how she's about to say something and he's like, nope.
Eorzea,
pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end, of that I am certain. Thank you.
there's a place I thought I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? Mm-hmm.
Let's ogle the lady who has torn up clothes. Thanks, game.
But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment.
Like, if it was, like, from her head and then down, that would have been fine. But, like, why did we have to focus on her thighs? Game, please. Oh, look at her in her cute little outfit. Reminds me of the Invader Zim scene where they're shouting at each other from across the road, but the animators forgot to put traffic in. That was very good. You can even hear the cars. It's just like...
The landscape is the same. Of course, there's no reason to believe otherwise. Yeah. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. A family. That's Thaliak, smart.
Oh, they're gonna pray to him.
The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. What? But the thought of the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds. The injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear.
Oh, no worries, I'll say. They already know I destroyed the Ultima weapon, so, I mean, it's not a huge deal.
It's fine, Alice.
How typical of you, Calosa. Ever the heroine.
Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath.
Well, I mean, Louisoix saved me from Bahamut's wrath, first of all. So, I guess this is like, you know, paying him back.
And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home, and who also claims it home. You never know, maybe. Yes, this spot will do. What are you talking about? Oh, for Grandfather, for Nael, and the dragons of Mericidia. For all those who were taken by the calamity. This is what Alice wanted. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark upon our journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea, and when I do, I will fight with all my being. I'm sure you'll do fine, and I'm sure you won't meet an annoying cat boy who will teach you stupid things. You have done so much for me, Calosa. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. Maybe someday. And I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in doing so. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. You go, girl! When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. To that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And there she goes. Off to find her own reason to fight. Someday, we'll meet again. And that is the end of the Binding Coils of Bahamut. Exiting New Game Plus mode, and Elvie is dead on the floor. As they are usually. As a Dragoon. That is exactly what Elvie would have looked like during the fight with Bahamut. / pray. Rest in pepperoni, Elvie. Perhaps someday I will be able to fight on with you. Also, here you go. Thank you. Well, time to head back. Time to head back to Mordona. Whoop! Jadan! Yeah, Jadan! That's the end. So, back to our usual place, sitting down, talking with Rian, being a cool person. You can come join us if you want, Elvie, inside the inn. We're gonna end up. Calosa is quickly learning more and more that if Brian can handle himself in the Binding Coils of Bahamut, then perhaps worrying about him consistently is not the best course of action. Perhaps not all cat boys belong consistently in the kitchen, but at least by her side, and thank you, Elvie. Thank you, Elvie. You're wonderful, perfect. That perhaps, as long as Rian stays by Calosa's side, he'll be fine. And that is probably, definitely the end, because it's a long time. This is another long one. Next time, I forgot to mention it before, but we're going to talk about it again. Probably going to do Hildebrand. That's probably 2 weeks. Or maybe I'll do it in an alternate video. If you want, I could just make it as a video myself. I could just record it and be alone while doing it. And that way you guys don't have to worry so much. And that way we can go immediately into the main scenario of part 5. So it's up to you guys. If you guys don't want to do Hildebrand again, that's perfectly fine. If you guys want to go directly into A Realm Reborn, that's cool. But we'll see. We'll find out what to do when we decide on it. But for now, Calosa and Rian are going to take a much-needed respite with their baby bluebird that's still with them after all this time.
And from then on, I will see you guys around another time. And then we'll see what we've decided then. But first, bye-bye. Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I will see you next week. Definitely. Bye-bye.